and welcome to my podcast. My name is Sarah Quigg, and today I'm going to talk about household budgeting for a junior certificate business study class, which will focus on the accounting section of the course. My specific audience for this podcast is a first year business study class. Rationale. The rationale for household budgeting is to introduce students with a simple understanding of the basic steps of budgeting, focusing on household budgets. We will also conduct research on their household budgets by problem solving and written tasks to give students an understanding into the benefits of budgeting. It will also give the students real-world concepts of the use and value money has in the household and hopefully will engage students to budget their own money. Learning outcomes. At the end of this lesson, you as a student will be able to explain the benefits of budgeting and why it helps not just you but everyone in the long run, as we will see where we spend our money on a daily, weekly or monthly basis. You will be able to prepare a household budget by a method of recording and analysing figures through sample household budget questions. And finally, you'll be able to list the different examples of income and expenditure and explain the difference in both terms. So what is a budget? A budget is a plan of our expected income and expected expenditure for a particular period of time, example a month or a year. So the term budgeting is a process of matching our expected income with our expected expenditure and trying to get them to balance. Reasons for budgeting. Whether it is you as a student planning on how to spend your pocket money or your parents planning a household budget for your family income, the main reasons for budgeting are going to be the same. Budgeting helps us to make sure that we have enough money available to pay any bill that may be due. It helps us live within our means by showing and highlighting times where we can afford discretionary purchases such as a new car or a concert ticket. Budgeting also shows us those months where we can expect bills and make us plan to save money to make sure there is no shortfall in our income at a given time. By preparing a budget, it also lets us see how much money we can save. So, to prepare a budget for a household, we must write down our planned income and planned expenditure for a given period, such as a monthly budget. Firstly, we must make up a list of items that make up the total income for the household. The main income we come across in a house is salary or wages, child benefit, bonuses, or interest from investments or savings. Next thing we have to make is a list of all expenses that belong to the household so that we have enough money left to pay any bills. There are two types of expenditure, fixed and irregular expenses. Fixed expenses remain the same each time, so you can always know how much money we need for these. Examples of fixed expenses are mobile phones, car tax or insurance, or TV subscriptions. Irregular expenses change each time, so you have to guess how much they'll be. Examples of irregular expenses are light and heat, groceries, or emergency repairs. So once we have accounted for all income and expenses, any money that is left over is ours and is known as discretionary expenses, which is items that we want rather than need, such as holidays, new clothes, or a shopping spree. Knowing how much money we have left after completing a budget will determine on what you can afford to buy and will make us avoid impulse buying on items we don't really need. To find out how much money we have left is calculated using a simple method. It's total income minus total expenditure equals net cash. Net cash is the name given to any money left over after we have the budget complete. Budgeting is linked with a couple of other subjects that you're studying. You may have or may have not come across them yet. It is a popular topic in the exam and will also help you keep a budget of your own income and expenditure. Budgeting involves keeping written records and calculations which links it to other subjects such as maths and English. Learning about budgeting helps enhance and lets you use skills you already have from maths and English. Students who study home economics will also come across budgeting, as there's a strong link between both subjects by looking at how people manage their money and preparing a budget. Teaching methodologies. The teaching and learning methodologies I will use while teaching this topic will be of a mixed ability and will include group work with your peers to come up with examples of income and expenditure, quizzes to test your knowledge at the end of each lesson, videos from YouTube to let students learn about the topic, textbook for reading over notes and homework, and worksheets of exam-style budget questions to help prepare students. Key skills. Throughout the teaching of budgeting, I will incorporate all the junior cycle key skills within the topic. I will incorporate communicating by getting all students to communicate their findings of individual or group work activities. Being creative when preparing a budget, as students will be using their record books to complete all budget questions. Managing information and thinking by learning any new information and thinking how it relates to each student. Working with others while participating in group work activities. And managing myself to come up with their own budget and see if they can identify any areas where they can cut unnecessary spending. Learning outcomes. As we approach the end of this lesson, all students should be able to explain the benefits of budgeting and how it helps us spending money unnecessary. Be able to prepare a budget and attempt exam-style questions on this topic. And define and list the different types of income and expenditure. I would like to take this opportunity to thank you all for listening to my podcast.